Hey guys, welcome to a brand new complete series tutorial. And in this series tutorial, I'll be sharing with you how to use WooCommerce and also how to use Astra Pro and Spectra to create a beautiful e-commerce website. Let's take a look at the design and also the features that we are gonna build in this series tutorial. So in this tutorial, I will convert this Figma design into WordPress. And after completing this video, you will have a solid understanding about how to use Stata template to speed up the process, how to add group product, how to add affiliate product, how to add upsell and cross-sell product, how to create a product attributes, understand the flyout card from Astra Pro and how to use it, how user account works inside the Astra, how to add a modern checkout from Astra Pro, and how to add modern cart features, how to add single product navigation, how to structure the shop page, and also how to customize the single product page, and many more uncountable features that I'm gonna share with you in this series tutorial. Also, if you are a complete beginner and if you haven't watched my beginner friendly WooCommerce complete tutorial, then here is the link and here is the tutorial that you can watch from from scratch basically, and hopefully there is a lot of to learn from WooCommerce and that beginner friendly tutorial. Without further delay, let's jump into my computer. And here is our Figma design. If you just take a look at here closely, this is the Figma design overview where I'm going to create a header, and inside the header area there will be a search icon, cart, and login button or login URL where customer can easily log in, and the menus, generally the menu should be there. And there is a hero area, so when someone click on shop button, it will navigate or take them to the specific category. You can change the URL, and here is other information, like when I hover over any product, it will display the eye icon here and also the cart. So it's a quick cart and eye icon is a quick view, and the percentage that I'm going to put a discount. If I want to add a discount any product, it will display here. You can change the style using the Astra Pro module. So Astra Pro comes with a lot of features for e-commerce. Hopefully you will enjoy this video. And this is the normal view. Even if you want, you can add to cart here at the bottom. You can change the overall layout. You can add box, shadow, and much more features. Basically, the design is just I have set up here to follow at least standard, and I will show you every single options inside Astra Pro where you will be able to understand the other features. So make sure you watch every single part on this series tutorial. There will be a much more in-depth video coming soon. And here is the call to action section. You can add or you can change it, and that's very simple. I didn't add much more information here. I just wanted to focus on product and WooCommerce basically, and the settings that you should understand and know about when you are going to create any e-commerce shop. And also you should understand how Astra Pro WooCommerce work. And on the home page here I have added 3 categories, and each category have their own category image that are coming from categories, and also the category and how much product are those categories. So you can, that means if anyone view the main category, it has 5 products. The women category has 5 products, and if you add more products, it will display here automatically. And there is a newsletter subscription box. So the most important part for this series tutorial, I will be creating this page using Gutenberg and Spectra editor, and also I will be creating the same home page using Elementor. So if you are using Elementor, then you can follow that part, but if you want to learn Gutenberg, you can also follow Gutenberg part. So there will be 2 homepage video on this series tutorial. And if I go to other page, those are similar. Those are very similar features like any shop. So there will be a filter that's very awesome, and inside filter I'll share with you some more in-depth information. Even though you can add sidebar here, I will show you there are few style and designs that are not available here, and I didn't add them inside my Figma design because it will take a lot of time. So I was thinking like that I will start creating design like this way, then I will change them later on based on the functions or features that are available inside the Astra Pro module. So let's say there is no sidebar. I will add a sidebar here. I will show you how the sidebar works, and there are much more features that I will share with you here. The pagination. So that's the shop page. If I go to single product page, when someone click any product, they'll be able to view this product page. This is a single product page. The gallery is displaying under the product. There are a lot of other features. You can display the gallery on the left side. You can display gallery in bigger version. And also here you can see the product navigation. There is only displaying arrows. Let's say you do not want to display arrow. When someone hover over, it will display product image. That's possible, and it will look much better, and I will share with you how it works. Here is the category, the product title, price, and short descriptions. Here you can see the product color and size, which is the product attributes. And here is quantity button. So you can change, you can add the card, or if you want you can disable these features. If you want you can add more information here. So all of them are so handy and so useful, and you can change them from Astra. So right now here you can see related products, and inside the cart page we can add upsell products, we can add some more features here. So that's the little 3-page I just created here inside my Figma. But except this design, there will be a lot more I'm going to share with you on this series tutorial. Creating this project, I'll be using local server. But if you want, if you want to just start your own e-commerce shop, you can use live server. And here I have added all the links, related links, which is you can download the Astra Pro with 10% discount here by clicking on this link. And you can download the Elementor in case if you want to use Elementor Pro version as well. And for the hosting, I recommend Bluehost. It's right now maybe it's 70% off. So if you want to use a live server, then the Bluehost is best. And if you do not want to spend any money, you are a freelancer or just start learning about WordPress, then I have another video for you. You can simply navigate to my channel, click videos, and here you can see free and quick hosting. So that's another video that will help you to generate your website on a live server, I mean hosted, and you can share your website with your friends and anyone. And it's a great features. You can just install like couple of clicks, you can install your website WordPress inside that free hosting. So it's great. I would like to request you go check out this video and start installing and start building a website and follow this tutorial. But if you're serious about your website, then you can start using Bluehost. And for this video, what I'm going to use here, I'm using my local server. So for local server, I'm using local flywheel. If you do not have this, or if you're using any other software like WAMP or MAMP or XAMPP, you can use any of them. And I'm using local flywheels. If you are interested to install or use this one, that's very easy. You can simply navigate their website and download the local WordPress development local flywheel software from here. Like any other software, you can simply download and install in your computer. That's it. So for the hosting, I think you have understand. And for this tutorial, I have already installed my WordPress here. If I click WP admin, it will take me to the admin page. If I visit this website, it looks like this. It's a blank website. There is nothing here. There are some prerequisites for this series tutorial, so there will be a lot of things you are gonna learn, so make sure you understand and you cover this video. So let me share with you one by one from here. So if you are not sure how to navigate, you can simply type in the search bar Riyad Mahmoud, then you can view this channel here. Now just take a look at here. The prerequisite for this tutorial, you have to understand how the WooCommerce works. So this is the complete WooCommerce tutorial for beginners. Make sure you watch that video. Even if I open this one, there is a timestamp, so you can click on a specific section, or you can navigate a specific tab or anywhere inside this video. That's great, and I have added a lot of time here. Hopefully that will be very helpful for you. So that's the major thing. And also you have to understand how the Spectra work. So I have created three videos regarding the Spectra. This one is more than 3 hours tutorial, and here is a project that I have created, Figma part 1 and part 2. So first of all, you have to complete the Spectra Block editor tutorial from here, this one, and then the part 1, which is project, and then part 2. If you just watch them and if you learn from those videos, then this video will be very easy for you. However, I'm trying my best to provide information as much as I can in this video, but I'm not going to explain every single part like I did here on this video, and this video. So basically this series tutorial are focused on e-commerce functions, features related to the WooCommerce plugin. It's not related to Spectra, Elementor, or something like that. So if you want to learn Elementor, Spectra, then please watch them from here. But for this video, my goal was the goal will be related to the e-commerce and WooCommerce plugin basically, and also the Astra Pro. That's the most important part. So I hope you understand and how to navigate my channel. I have added a lot of resources here. You can just start and you can click on playlist. There is also a playlist I have listed here, and there are some videos that you can view here. I have a little boy and he watch and use my YouTube channel as well. He liked this video here. So now if I click over here, you can see the Elementor and lots of things. So let's move into the next part. So close other tabs from here, it's not necessary as of now. Let's install the Astra theme first. So I already logged in my dashboard. I hope you all know how to log in. And then click on add new. Then here you can search Astra, or if you just scroll down, you can see Astra here. Click install and click activate. So we just installed the Astra theme, and I'm going to install Astra child theme as well. So if you don't know what is child theme, you can simply type here what is child theme, and also type here Astra, because it will take us to the Astra documentation, and here you can read what is child theme and why you have to use child theme. So in short, let me share with you. Basically the child theme is theme or a replica of the primary theme, and you can add your own custom code. You can override the primary theme code through your child theme. So here they mention very carefully and very professionally, so you can just read their information from here. But as of now, I'm going to create the child theme. So here is a tutorial you can follow from here. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply visit child theme generator. I'm just clicking over here and type here. You can type any kind of name here. There's another options called advanced. You can change version, author URI, descriptions, a lot of things you can change it from here, but I'm not going to change any of them. Just simply click generate. So basically those are necessary when you're using or when you're creating a white label website for your client. There will be another video tutorial for white labeling, how to white label Astra and how to change the Astra brand to promote your own brand using the white label features from Astra Pro. That's really awesome, and hopefully you're gonna like that video as well. So now let's install the Astra child theme here. So we have downloaded the child theme. Here you can see it's displaying at the bottom. I'm going to upload this one, just drag and drop it here. Click install now. So we just install the child theme. Click activate. As you can see, there is a Astra primary theme, this one, and here is the child theme. So you have to keep both theme in your themes folder. So you cannot delete the primary theme, even though make sure the child theme is activated. Now you can delete other themes here. That's not necessary as of now. And after installing the Astra theme, let's install the Astra Pro plugin. If you do not have the Astra Pro add-on, you can simply visit my video descriptions to download the Astra Pro, or you can type here Riyad Mahmoud, then ref, then Astra, and hit enter. That's the URL. You can simply visit and download the Astra. It's my affiliate URL. So if you purchase Astra Pro from here or any subscription from here, I will receive a little commission through my affiliate account. Now let's navigate to pricing. So let me share with you how Astra pricing work. If you purchase any product from here, the most interesting part I really like, which is unlimited license. So that means if you are Astra Pro subscriber, or if you are using Astra Pro as Astra Pro customer, you will have all the features. The most important features is unlimited website uses. Your license, you can use unlimited website. You can create thousands of websites for your clients. So that's amazing, right? And also, if you want to use Essential Bundle, it comes with a lot of other third-party add-ons. So that's a premium add-ons like Ultimate add-ons for Elementor. It's an individual product from Brainstorm Force, and you can choose Elementor or Beaver Builder, any of them, for Essential Bundle. So if you are using Elementor, then you can choose this one from here and you can continue to buy this product. And there are lots of other features. So what is basically Ultimate Add-ons Elementor? Let me show you. Ultimate Elementor. So that's a complete individual product from Brainstorm Force. You can purchase this later on if you are interested. And here you can see a lot of features from Elementor add-ons. So Ultimate Add-ons Elementor. So it comes with a lot of additional and advanced features. So this series tutorial is not going about how to use this one. Just I'm going to share with you. Well, if you are a customer, or if you purchase Growth Bundle, you will have all the features like Convert Pro. That's an awesome plugin. Schema Pro, Ultimate Add-ons, Beaver Builder, Elementor, and Spectra Pro version that will be coming soon. Even though you will have access to their Academy membership and their future product. So don't miss the opportunity. I would say if you want, you can start with Growth Bundle. I have the Growth Bundle and I have everything, and hopefully I will creating video for other products here, and you will enjoy that one as well. So now let's log in my account and let's install the Astra Pro in my dashboard. So click login. So I have already logged in my dashboard. I'm going to click download, and here you can see all the products that I have, which is Astra Pro Premium Starter Templates. I will have another tutorial for starter templates that will save your time, but you have to understand first how the manually how to design sections, how to design certain part of your website. Then you can use starter templates later on. I do not prefer to use starter templates for beginner, but as an expert you can use starter template. So also if your goal is to provide service to your client, then you have to learn first. But if you just want to build one website for yourself, then you can start with the starter templates. That's great. Some other free plugins that are available for agency owner as agency subscriptions. It's not agency, it's basically called growth bundle. So I have the growth bundle subscription here. Now I'm going to install the Astra Pro plugin, and here is child theme, here is theme. So if I click here, it will take you to the WordPress repository. So that's the same thing we have installed already in my server, and the child theme we have already installed. And now it's time to install the Astra Pro plugin. So I just click over here. Now I have downloaded the Astra Pro add-on. So it's time to navigate to plugins, click add new. Because Astra Pro add-on is a plugin which is add-on, and it increase or add additional features inside the Astra theme. So right now we are using Astra theme, and if we are installing the Astra Pro add-on, it will enhance the theme features. Click install now. Click activate. So we have installed and activate the Astra Pro. Now it's time to activate the Astra license. So to activate the license, you have to navigate to dashboard from Astra, then dashboard. And click on license. So basically the license is activated here because previously I was working on this server, and previously I have activated that license from here. But if you are not activated, it will be blank, and you have to paste your license and then activate. So the license is just a key, and I'm not going to share the license key in my video. So it's good to go because it's already activated, and previously I have activated, and that's why it's showing activate. So in the next part, I will explain some other features from here, and also I will start designing our website. Thank you so much. Now it's time to install WooCommerce. So to install and configure WooCommerce, you have to navigate to plugins, then click add new, and type here WooCommerce. Click install now and make sure it's created by automatic, and click activate. So after activating the WooCommerce, it will take you to the page here, and in your server, if you have installed previously, then maybe you are not going to see the same appearance or overview here. Sometimes it doesn't display the exact things here, and sometimes it will just install the WooCommerce and take you to the dashboard. Because I already said, if your server or if you install WordPress previously before releasing this version, then this should happen. So now I'm going to change the country here. Let's select Bangladesh, Dhaka. Let's add address here. So I think I should change Khulna here, not Dhaka. And I have added the address here and my email address. So you can add your client address here except your one. And for email, I'm going to use contact@riyadmahmood.com. And you can check here. So I have all the video tutorial step by step in my channel. You can follow them as well. So I'm going to click here very quickly. I'm not going to explain everything here. So for more info, you can just follow the tutorial. Please don't get me wrong. So let's select no. I'm not going to install. Not now, because it will install some additional plugin here. So I'm not going to install because I'm not going to explain them here. It's not necessary as of now. You can install them later on. We have Astra installed already, so let's continue with my activate theme here. So that's it. As of now, that's enough for our shop. And let's take a look at our website. It looks like this. So in our next part, we are going to build our typography and global color. We are going to configure, not build. We are going to configure the global color and typography. After that, we are going to create the homepage, add new products, and so on. Thank you so much. So we have installed Astra theme, child theme, Astra Pro add-on, and WooCommerce. During the installation, there are a couple of changes that automatically happens inside your dashboard. So you have to understand them properly, because in the future, if you're facing any issue, so that you can resolve them. That's very important part for this video. Now, as you can see, we have, if I go to, let's navigate to first post. There is only one default post. It's not necessary. I'm going to delete them. From trash, I'm going to delete them as well permanently. Well, now if I go to pages, there are 5 published pages. So I have not created them. So from where those pages coming from? If you take a look at here closely, and if you just follow my previous WooCommerce basic tutorial, then you should have a knowledge. The cart page, checkout page, my account, privacy policy, refund and return policy, and the shop page are coming from WooCommerce itself. You do not have to create them manually. When you install and configure the WooCommerce, they will install this page and publish this page, and some pages are on draft mode so that you can review them, you can add your own policy, you can add your own return policy, and then you can publish them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it trash, which is one page is not necessary, and the privacy policy, let's make it publish, and go back to my pages, go to refund policy, let's make it publish. Well, so we have I think 7 pages here, 6 pages, right? Now there are a couple of necessary pages that we're gonna create. So before creating the page, let's navigate to settings and permalinks. Inside here, make sure you are using the post name from here, not the custom structure or other format from here. The post name is the standard one, and everyone should use this one. And the product name should be default, not a custom base from here. So please note that, change these settings from here. In case if you want, you can use shop page. So the custom have nothing, but I recommend default or shop page. Click save changes. After that, I'm going to create some page here, the necessary page. If I take a look at my design, there is home, shop, and men and women are the category we will be creating when we are designing our shop. So let's zoom in, and the contact page. So basically I'm going to create 3 pages as of now: shop, home, shop, and contact. So let's create here home page, click add new. Okay, the shop page is already there, right? We have already seen the shop page is created by WooCommerce. So if I create another shop page, then it will display 2 shop page in my computer, in my website, but I'm not going to create a shop page here. So we have shop page, we have home page, and now we have to create a contact page. So for category here, the women and women and men category, when we will add products, we'll be adding them as well. So let's navigate to my computer. Okay, so I made mistake. So let's navigate to my dashboard, not computer. I'm still in my computer here. So let's click on menus, create a new menu. So if you haven't created any new menu, by default WordPress will display menu here. So please note that don't overwhelming yourself. So it's, if you do not see your own menu, if you see all the page together on the header, then that means you haven't created any menu yet. So you have to create a menu here. So first of all, I'm going to, okay, so in the next part, I'm going to create menus and other parts. So now in this video, I'm going to show you how to create menus and global color and typography. So I've created a menu called primary menu. Click create menu, view all, then add home. So there is two home page. Let's add both of them and see what is the difference between them. Shop page and contact page. So there is another men and women. I will add them later on after creating the category, and I will show you how you can add your category into menu item. Inside the menu, click add new. So let's drag, and there is a two home. So I have added two home because I wanted to share with you. The first one is custom, that was added default. So the custom, as you can see, it's displaying custom link. You can remove this one, it's not necessary. And the second one is displaying as a page. You have to keep this one. That's simple. And set primary menu, click save menu. That's it. And now if I visit my shop page, it has three menus. So it's very important that you have to set the home page from settings and reading. Right now, the home page will display the latest post. There are many people, many user, they're gonna confused when they see the latest post into their front page. So in that situation, make sure you have changed the page from static. Home page should be home and post page should be blog, but I didn't create any blog page yet. So as of now, I'd like to keep this blank, but in a future, in this series tutorial, I'll be adding a blog page too. And at that time, I'll show you how you can configure them. So there will be a lot of video in this series tutorial. Stick with this video series tutorial, and hopefully you will learn a lot of things related to the Astra Pro. It's uncountable video, I would say. So let's click save changes. I have already clicked here, and now take a look at homepage. There just it's now displaying the home because the home page is displaying here. Now it's time to customize our typography and color. So in our previous video, I didn't configure the typography and color because there are a couple of things that you have to understand inside the Astra Pro. It's very important. So let's take a look at the overview of the Astra Pro, what we are gonna have inside the Astra Pro. So if I click on Astra from the dashboard, and it will take us to the Astra Dashboard. There is two dashboard. The first one is WordPress Dashboard, and the second one here is Astra Dashboard. Don't get confused here. Now inside the welcome page, you can follow their video as well. It's great and created by Cassie. So I hope you already know him. Now, okay, so there are quick settings, quick overview that you can navigate from here. There are a couple of helpful plugins. You can install them. They recommend those plugins as well. And most important part is Astra Pro module. So after installing the Pro add-on, you will have the options. You can activate or deactivate the Pro module from here. If you do not activate the color, typography, blog Pro, WooCommerce, then you will be able to use only the free version. The Pro version will not be available inside your customizer. So that's why please note that if you want to use Astra Pro, then you have to navigate from Astra, then dashboard, and make sure you activate the Pro modules from here. So as of now, I'm going to configure the color and typography. So that's why I have just activated the color and typography module. If you want to learn more about the color and typography, you can click on documentation. It will take you to their great handy documentation that will help you to learn a lot of things, to learn more from Astra, and a lot of things are available here. You can just explore them from here. And for the typography, there's also documentation. So for every single Pro module, it comes with a beautiful documentation that you can follow them from here. Well, so there are a couple of other things like sticky header, spacing, those are necessary, and site layouts, and most important, WooCommerce. So the nav menu is basically for creating mega menu. I will be creating another video tutorial. So when I add nav menu, I will also share with you the how to use them, and I will enable this one, but you can disable this one because it will optimize your website speed as well, and those code related to the blog pro, related to the custom layout, header, page headers are not going to displaying inside your source code. That's why the Astra is well optimized, and that's why it's most popular theme. And we have to install the Spectra, so we are going to install later on, but that's the overview here on the inside the welcome page. Now let's click on settings here. So inside settings here, you can see the license key that you have to activate the license here, and the file generation is basically you can combine the CSS and JS inside your website. That's very helpful. And asset regeneration is basically working like a to regenerate the assets in your website. So when you notice any unaccepted behavior like style, color, or any kind of components that are not working correctly, and any kind of assets that are not loading correctly, then this section will helpful for you, because maybe you could give it a try to regenerate the assets and it will solve your issue. So I'll be creating another tutorial on my or for my audience, and we'll publish on my channel how to debug WordPress, how to configure a small issue or something, small query from your client. Even though if you're facing any issue, how you can debug and resolve those issues as well. Now let's talk about the performance here. The performance is it's one of the most important part that I really like, because Astra has the options and the features which is load Google Fonts locally. That's amazing. So if you're using Google Fonts, generally it catch the fonts or fetch the fonts from Google API, but when you click these features, you can load the Google Fonts from your local server. That means from your server, not local. So if you hosted your website any server, it could be Bluehost, it could be SiteGround, or anywhere, basically it loads from your own server, not fetching again and again when you visit a website from Google API. So I'll share with you also. And here is the version control. You can change, or you can roll back to the previous Astra Pro version. You can roll back to the Astra theme previous version. In case if you're facing any issue with the latest version, you can always go back to the previous version. And the beta mode is you can simply enable beta mode if you want to test Astra for certain parts. If the Astra will release any beta version, you can use them, you can test them inside your website. And the most important part, which is white label. So you can white label your products. You can white label the Astra theme, Astra Pro add-on. You can add your own agency name, URL, and license link, whatever you want. You can change them from here. You can add your own branding, description, and all of the things that you can change here. So there will be another part for this white label, and also I'll be listed in this playlist. So that's all, and that's the overview from Astra. And there is another tab which is called Stata Templates. That's very useful for those people who already know how WordPress work, who already knows how to use WordPress, how to use block editor. This is very helpful for them. But if you, my goal is to help you to learn. If you want to learn, if you want to scale up yourself, then you have to learn first. After that, you can go with any shortcut path, like using Stata template, using any kind of pre-built template. That's good to go. But after learning or watching the tutorial, I will also show you how you can use Stata template to speed up the process. So that's all for Astra Pro overview. And now in the next part, without further any delay, so I have said a couple of times that I'm going to create a header and other settings from here. So there are lots of things that I think you should understand exactly, and that's why I explain each and every part here. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to ask on my video below the comment section. You will have opportunity, you can ask me. And let's continue. Now it's time to configure the color and typography. To configure color and typography, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply click on customize from appearance and then click customize. I just open a new tab here and close other tabs from my computer so that I can keep it clean and fresh. Well, so first of all, you have to understand the color and typography that I'm going to use from my design. There is nothing serious and there is nothing fancy here. Very simple. I'm using minimal color, minimal style. So the only color that I want, which is this one. So this should be our primary color. Click over here, copy, and go to global, then colors. And here you can see the global color palette. You can change the color by clicking here. You can add another color palette. So I'm not going to add other color palette. So let's style one color palette here. Let's change it to primary color. And also there will be black color 000. So change it to this one, and also you can add whatever you want color here. So it really doesn't matter. Let's copy and let's make it a little bit darker. Okay, great. Now let's go back to my design. So that's it. There is very less color that I have used here, but if you want, you can add more color. And as of now, I'm gonna keep the color looks like this, and we'll change them later on step by step based on my preference. So now let's talk about the typography here. Inside the typography, I'm using, let's click over here, I'm using font called Inter, and the font weight is regular and the font size is 16 pixel. So let's change it from here. The body font should be Inter, and the variance is regular 400, and also the size is 16. So it looks perfect here. And let's take a look at the heading font. This one is heading 1, which is 64 and bold. This one is heading 2, 48, and this one is heading 4, 24. It's regular and heading 2 is bold. So the heading 1 is 64 pixel and heading 2 is 48 pixel. Let's first of all change the heading font and see if it's Inter. Yes, the heading is Inter. Let's go to headings, and it's inherit. That means it will display the Inter font, and it's displaying semi bold, so you can inherit this one as well. And heading 1, I can change it from here. The font weight should be bold, and it was 68 pixel, right? So let's 64 pixel, and that's it. So the heading 2 should be 48 and bold. So it's inherit and font weight bold 42 or 48 pixel, I think. Yes, maybe 48. Yes, and that's it. And heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, heading 6, we will change them later on based on our changes preference when we build. So that's the initial stage or step that you can use from here to change the typography and head color, basically global color and typography. And the buttons, I will add the buttons later on when I add any buttons inside my website. So click publish, and that's it. That's very simple. That's very simple, right? So now it's in the next part, I'm going to create a header, and also I'm going to complete the footer. That's the initial step that we have to follow first. Now it's time to configure the color and typography. To configure color and typography, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply click on customize from appearance and then click customize. I just open a new tab here and close other tabs from my computer so that I can keep it clean and fresh. Well, so first of all, you have to understand the color and typography that I'm going to use from my design. There is nothing serious and there is nothing fancy here. Very simple. I'm using minimal color, minimal style. So the only color that I want, which is this one. So this should be our primary color. Click over here, copy, and go to global, then colors. And here you can see the global color palette. You can change the color by clicking here. You can add another color palette. So I'm not going to add other color palette. So let's style one color palette here. Let's change it to primary color, and also there will be black color 000. So change it to this one, and also you can add whatever you want color here. So it really doesn't matter. Let's copy and let's make it a little bit darker. Okay, great. Now let's go back to my design. So that's it. There is very less color that I have used here, but if you want, you can add more color. And as of now, I'm gonna keep the color looks like this, and we'll change them later on step by step based on my preference. So now let's talk about the typography here. Inside the typography, I'm using, let's click over here, I'm using font called Inter, and the font weight is regular and the font size is 16 pixel. So let's change it from here. The body font should be Inter, and the variance is regular 400, and also the size is 16. So it looks perfect here. And let's take a look at the heading font. This one is heading 1, which is 64 and bold. This one is heading 2, 48, and this one is heading 4, 24. It's regular and heading 2 is bold. So the heading 1 is 64 pixel and heading 2 is 48 pixel. Let's first of all change the heading font and see if it's Inter. Yes, the heading is Inter. Let's go to headings, and it's inherit. That means it will display the Inter font, and it's displaying semi-bold, so you can inherit this one as well. And heading 1, I can change it from here. The font weight should be bold, and it was 68 pixel, right? So let's 64 pixel, and that's it. So the heading 2 should be 48 and bold. So it's inherit and font weight bold 42 or 48 pixel, I think. Yes, maybe 48. Yes, and that's it. And the heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, heading 6, we will change them later on based on our changes preference when we build. So that's the initial stage or the step that you can use from here to change the typography and head color, basically global color and typography. And the buttons, I will add the buttons later on when I add any buttons inside my website. So click publish, and that's it. That's very simple. That's very simple, right? So now it's in the next part, I'm going to create a header, and also I'm going to complete the footer. That's the initial step that we have to follow first. Now let's create our header. So this is our design. So I'm going to create our header, looks like this. To create our header, first of all, you have to navigate to customize. So I have already in my customizer here. You can simply navigate from appearance, then click on customize. So I'm going to open this one again so that you can understand. So this is my customizer setting, and click on header builder. That's it. So first of all, let's add a logo here. Click here, and it requires to upload your logo. So I didn't upload any logo yet. Let's navigate to my resource folder here and upload the logo. And add an alternative text. So you can add any kind of text that is suitable for the logo or your branding website. So for this video, I'm gonna add only store. You can add title, caption, it's not necessary. Select. And I'm not going to crop the logo, skip cropping. That's the logo here. Okay, the logo looks blurry because I haven't exported the bigger version here. So let's select the logo and export again. Change the logo to 2x, which is retina display, and let's use 2x and see how it looks. Change the logo again here. So logo, select. It's now a little bit bigger. Hopefully it will not going to display the blurry logo. Okay, now the logo is displaying here. There is still displaying a text which is shop called, and it's from inline logo and site title. Let's click here to disable this one. And also here you can see the logo width. Let's decrease the width, and still it's displaying the shop word here, which is coming from the tagline site title visibility. So this is basically the site title called shop. So you have to disable them from here if you do not want to display. As of now, I have the title under the logo, which is as an image format here, the store. So the shop is not necessary. Let's click over here to disable on desktop. I do not want to display on tablet and mobile devices. So I have disabled all of them from here. And now as you can see, the shop word is gone. Okay, now let's reduce the size a little bit, I think. Yes, it looks perfect now. And take a look at our design. It has the menu, which is the center, and search icon, cart, and login button. So let's do it. Drag this menu to the center, and here click on plus icon, add a account, which is basically the account icon or login for user, and now add a cart. Let's add a cart here, and also add a search widget. So it's placing here. You can place near to the account as well. Take the account to the last part, and it looks like this. Now click publish and reload the page. So our header looks like this. So it's completely blank. Well, now let's customize the header and understand and change the color here as well. So basically If you just take a look at here, it's displaying black color, and I can change them manually from here. I can change the color. So let me go through again. So first of all, if I want to change color, if I want to customize any elements from header builder or footer builder, I have to click over them. So for an example, if I want to customize the search icon, I can click over here, and on the left side you can see the search style. You can select slide search, you can select full screen search, you can select header cover box, you can select search box as well. So let's select full screen. If I click over here, it will not gonna work here. Let's click publish and reload the page and see if it's working or not. So as you can see, it's working. So I'm gonna using the search box like this way. Now go to customize again, and when I click on search, here you can see two tabs. The first one is general and the second one is design tab. If I click on design, there's an options to change icon color. I can change the icon color by clicking over here to black, and it's working as expected, right? Even though if I select overlay color, I can change overlay color. If I want to change the overlay text color, I can change them. There is a sticky header options, spacing, and icon color for sticky header. So you can also change the visibility as well. I'm not gonna change them. Let's change the cart color first and the cart style. When I select the cart, there are three icons here. The first one is selected by default. You can use the second one because in my design I'm using the second one here. Go to dashboard. So let's zoom in. Go to dashboard, and here you can see it's displaying a border. Let's remove the border. So to remove the border, here you can see the style is outline and the border width is 1 pixel. Let's make it 0. As you can see, the border is gone, and the icon size, let's make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so now it looks perfect. I think 25 pixel is enough. And then change the color, the background color, the cart button color, the checkout button color, spacing, and other features are available here. As of now, you can increase, you can change a drop down to slide. So I'll show you. That's very important and that's very useful. Now let's change the design or the color of the icon here. So here you can see the cart color. Let's change it to black color, and the count color should be white color. Now it looks perfect. Click on publish and view the page. Okay, so somehow it's changed the view here. I don't know why. Maybe it's a little bug. Okay, so let's inspect and right click on the arrow icon and click empty cache. Sometimes it maybe happens due to the caching. Or let's change here if is there any errors. Okay, well, somehow the cart is not displaying the correct one that I have selected here. If I change to this one, let's see. It's still displaying a random cart here. That's very annoying, and I don't know why it's displaying at the back end, but it doesn't work on the front end. Okay, the count color on hover should be white also. Okay, so now let's copy the URL, or let's inspect, go to network and disable the cache. It's disabled. Let's try again. It's not working. What we can do, we can try to regenerate the assets from dashboard. So go to Astra and go to dashboard, settings, file generation, make it enable, click regenerate assets, and now inspect, then right click here, click empty cache and hard reload. Okay, it's changing, but somehow it reverts back to the older card version here. I don't know why. Maybe a little bug or an issue from the theme itself. So at this moment, what we can do, we can use the same card, but change the size here. Let's 16 pixel and see if it's working or not, because it looks very bigger. So we can use this card as of now. It's also great, but hopefully they will release an update with a fix. Let's make it 9 pixel. It looks much better here. Okay, it's very smaller, 11 or 12. Okay, let's increase a little bit, 15 pixel. Reload. It's much better now. So this is our card, and I'm going to use the card slide. So as of now, if I hover over, it's displaying the cart information, no products. So I'm not going to use the hover features. If I go to the cart here, inside the general tab, I can scroll down, and here you can see the cart click action. The cart click action, I'm going to use the slide, and the position should be right side. And I can increase the slide cart width and height. So if I click over here, as you can see, this one is the slide cart. If I increase the width, as you can see, it's working great. As of now, I'm going to use 35%. Click publish and reload my page. Well, now if I click here, it's displaying the cart. So there is no product, and that's why it's completely blank. Well, I will add products here, and now let's take a look at our user icon here. So instead using user icon, we can add text here. Let's click on this account menu and take a look at our design. It's displaying login. So you can use icon, you can use avatar. If I select here, it looks like this. You can use text, my account, or login. So I'm going to use the login, which is login, and all the capital letter. It looks like this, and the color should be, so I'm not going to change the account URL. In case if you want, we can change it, but I will change it later on when I install product and when I make it functional step by step, and I'll change them also step by step here and there as well. You can use also login pop-up. So for this, I am going to use login pop-up, and I'm gonna use the lost password in my pop-up area so that user can click there and reset their password as well. So the logged out profile view is okay. Profile type, text login, click publish, and now if I reload, it's displaying login, but I'm already logged in, right? So in that situation, what you have to do, so you can use any text here for profile type, but I prefer to use avatar or icon. So the icon is perfect because I can change the icon view, I can change the icon style. When I logged in, it will display the avatar, or profile type, the logout view will be displaying the icons. So that's great. And the link, I'll change them. Let's click publish and reload. Now if I click here, it will not going to work here. Let's copy the URL and open incognito mode, paste here, and now if I click here, as you can see, it's displaying the pop-up, which is a nice pop-up here. And also surprisingly, it's displaying the cart here. So it was a caching issue, I would say. It's not displaying here. Sometimes it happens. So let's change it again. From cart, increase the size. Okay, not the width. I would like to increase the icon size here. From design, scroll down, change the icon size to 25 pixel. And view the site. So as you can see, it's displaying here and it's working perfectly. Well, so we have completed our header area almost. There are little things that I have to adjust. The search icon size here, let's make it 20. It looks good. And click on primary menu. Here you can see inside our design there is a border under the menu area. You have to add border so you can enable it from here easily. And also the menus are on, all of them are capital letter. Let's click menus again, and inside the general there is a couple of options, but it's not necessary as of now. Let's click on design. The menu hover style is underline. If I hover over, it's not going to display the underline here, but it will going to display on the front end. Let's check them later. And I'm gonna change the typography here. So inside the font, you can see the menu font. Let's change it to text transform. So here is the latest update from Astra 4.0. You can set here, you can just click over here, and as you can see, it's changed the transformation to uppercase. And for the font size, I would like to use 16 pixel here, because when I change the view from normal case to uppercase, it display way bigger. But if I add 16, it also looks perfect. Let's use 16 pixel or reset, because we have already added 16 pixel on global typography. So that's why there is no necessary to change the font size from here. Click on publish. Reload our home page. So now it looks like this, but forget about this card because it's working. If I copy, take a look at incognito mode, it's working, right? So when you clear the cache, hopefully it will be working later on, but as of now it shouldn't care about that. And if I hover over, there is a border, but the border is displaying far from the menu area. Why this happening? Because we have to reduce the padding. So if you want to display the border close to the menus, then let's change it from customize, the menu spacing here. Bottom should be 0. Let's see if it's going to work or not. Okay. Submenu, menu, padding, border. Let's change it here again. Let's make it 0. Well, so the bottom should be the left. Let's try again. If it's not going to work, then no worry. I just added a bottom. Let's add 10 pixel or -0 or -10. See how it works. Let's reload. Okay, so now the border is not displaying close to the menu. I don't know why. So maybe it's something like that I have to perform with the line height. Let's make it 0. and click publish and see whether it's working or not. Yes, so it's working like a line height. Let's add some line height here. Let's add 0.9 em. Click publish and see how it looks. So it looks much closer. I'm going to add 1.4 or 3. Publish and see how it looks. Okay, so it looks great now. But if you want, you can add a little bit spacing here. Let's say 1.6. And now it looks great. But still, I'm not satisfied with the result, because if you just take a look at here closely, the color is not similar. So we should use this color. Let's zoom in. This one is our brand color. Let's change the color from global color, because it will apply globally. Color, and change the color to this one. Okay, here is the color, this one. Okay, let's take a look at here. The active menu color should be black. But no worry, let's try and see. It doesn't look great. So let's use the previous one. I like that one. So based on color and other settings, make sure you have discussed with your client, or based on your preference, make sure you have used them. But this is not a client project, this is just tutorial, and my goal is to teach you how to use them from here properly. So in the next part, I'll be creating our mobile header. Now it's time to create our mobile header. Astra comes with a great mobile header features. So let me show you how it works. Here, first of all, you have to click on header builder, and then click on tablet or mobile devices to activate the mobile view here. So if I click tablet, so if I change anything here inside tablet mode, it will be also visible or changing on mobile device as well. Now here you can see a new features or new widget area called off canvas. If you add anything here, if you add a button, anything, let's add account, it will display inside this off canvas area. Here you can see, if I click here, you can see the information here. And the most important part, let's remove them. If I click here, as you can see, there is cart, checkout, contact, my account, privacy, and a lot of other menus here. And it's displaying from off canvas menu. Now if I visit my home page, it has only home, shop, and contact. If you want, you can display different menu on mobile devices. Let's change the view from here, and you can display your own primary menu here. So that's right now it's primary menu I have added. You can display this item, or you can create a complete individual menu for mobile device. And by default, as of now, it's displaying the default menu from Astra. So you can delete this one from here. If I click, there is nothing. Now let's click here and take a look at here if there is any options to add primary menu. Generally, it doesn't allow you to add primary menu, but if I click here you can see it's displaying the primary menu. So you can add the primary menu here, then drag and drop it here. In case if you want to use the primary menu, you have to use this one, but that's not a good options or not a best way to use primary menu here. Instead, using primary menu, you can simply use off canvas from here. Let's select off canvas, click publish, and take a look at here. It will also displaying the same menu that was displaying previously, cart checkout. Now we have to navigate to dashboard, go to appearance, click menus, and we can set this menu inside our off canvas menu area by clicking over here, or if we want, we can create a new menu from here. It's completely up to you. Let's say your client want to add the same menu that are displaying on primary menu. If that's the case, you can simply select off canvas menu here. Let's select and let me show you. So go to home page and reload the page. Click here. As you can see, it's displaying the off canvas menu as primary menu, home, shop, and contact. But if your client want different menu, completely different menu for mobile devices, just click create a new menu and type here mobile menu, or you can type here off canvas menu, whatever you want. Click create menu and click view all, add home, privacy policy. You can add also shop, you can add contact. Let's try this one. We can change them later on. So this is our special off canvas menu, and this will be displaying only off canvas area. Now change the view here, reload the page. It's primary menu, change the view here, click here. This is our off canvas menu. So now it's time to style our off canvas area from here. Let's reload also. Change the view, click here. The menu looks like this. Go to header builder, click off canvas, and here you can see there is a 3 style that you can choose. If I select fly out, let's see, it looks like this. If I select full screen, click here, it looks like this. But I like the fly out menu here. Let's select fly out menu, and I'm gonna use the fly out menu for this project. And also, if you want, you can add a button here. Let's add a button. So there is a little bug here. It's not appearing correctly, and hopefully our concerned team will fix them. And if I zoom out, it will not going to, okay, it's still displaying here. Still it's displaying. It's a little bug here, and it's not an issue. You can still use them. Hopefully after releasing this video, or after reporting this bug to the concerned team, the Astra developer, they will fix this in their future update. Let's add a button here for test purpose. If I click, as you can see, the button looks like this, and the button is displaying off canvas area. And also, instead using button, I would like to use the account menu and the cart. You can also add the cart here. Let's add the cart here. That's very important because it's a shop website, right? Let's drag it to the left and change the toggle button style. Let's click here and change menu. You can add outline. It looks much cleaner. Let's remove the border, or let's change the color here to black color, and you can change the border color to black as well. It looks perfect. Well, and if I change the view to tablet, from tablet to mobile devices, it looks like this. And in mobile devices, you can display the cart here, but I'd like to display on the top. It's working as expected, and there is nothing to worry about that. But as you can see, it's there is some issue on the margin or padding top. Let's click publish and see if it's an issue on live view. So on the live view, it's working. So we have completed our header and our cart and our tablet version as well. So mobile and tablet version. In our next part, I'll be creating the footer. It's time to create our footer area. Let's take a look at our design first. We just complete header, so this is our footer area. So now start creating footer. Let's copy the text from here, and also this one is let's create the below footer first. To create and design our footer area, you have to change the view from tablet to desktop version and go back to customizer, and then create or click footer builder here, and this is our below footer area. Let's change the background color to black color and change the copyright. Click copyright, design, and change the color here. The text color should be, I think it's white color, yes, and the text transform should be uppercase. Yes, it's working and it's done. Well, now let's create the above footer. So if I just take a look at my design, the above footer, it looks like this. So by default, the above footer, if I just select, there is 3 columns. I can select 1 column here, and then I can insert. So let's take a look at here. I can insert heading, I can insert other heading here, even though I can insert the subscribe newsletter subscription box here. There is a menu and social icon. So first of all, you have to understand how it works and how the Gutenberg works. Basically here I'm using the Gutenberg editor as well, and I didn't install the Spectra yet, but we'll be installing later on. So let's go to the customizer and select widget. Click here and click got it. Let's add heading here. Paste the text I copied. It's called newsletter subscriptions. The font size 24 pixel and the font family should be H4. Well, so let's change our global typography to see how H4 24 pixel looks like. So by default it's 24 pixel, so there is no need to change it. Let's go back again, the footer builder, and click widget, and here you can see the design options. I want to display the text at the center. To do so, click on design and click here to make it center. Well, now go back to the editor again, and here there is another text. It's H2, which is 48 pixel, and let's hit enter. Select heading. So if you're not familiar with the Gutenberg, please note that I have a complete tutorial, default Gutenberg editor. That's very important, because if you want to use WordPress, let's navigate. If you want to use WordPress for yourself or your client, you have to understand the Gutenberg, which is default Gutenberg, not the other Gutenberg editor. First of all, you have to learn the default Gutenberg. So if you haven't watched this video, 27 videos that I have uploaded here, if you haven't watched them, then please watch them and learn the Gutenberg in your free time. But you can continue this video as of now, because there is nothing in depth I'm gonna share with you, but you can follow them. It's a basic here. Now let's reduce the space between them. So first of all, to reduce the space, I have to make them group, and as you can see, there is a less space here to customize the widget. So in that situation, what I'm going to do, I'm going to publish this one here. Let's view the shop page. It looks like this, and because there is less space here, So as of now, I'm going to navigate the widgets from the dashboard, appearance, and then widgets. And here, scroll down, here you can see the footer widget, this one. So I'm gonna use this here so that I can use them and utilize them properly, all the features. So I'm gonna make them to group. From my keyboard, I'm using Mac, and I'm pressing the Shift key. I'm not sure how it works on Windows. And I'm going to create them a group. Right click, or you can just click here and click over here. So I don't know why it's not selecting. Yes, from here you can make them group. So I just group them, and now I can reduce the space by selecting the group. Here you can see on the right side, block spacing. Let's make it. If I add 1, it looks like this. If I add 2, it's increased the space. Let's make it 1. Click update and reload the page and see. As you can see, it reduced the space a lot, right? And let's take a look at our design. So still there is some spacing, so you can use custom value here. Let's click here on this customizer icon, and the one spacing here I have selected the 1. So the 1 value is 4.4 rem. So at this moment I'd like to use 1.3 rem. You can change the value to pixel, percentage, and vertical height and width as well. So that's so useful. There are lots of useful features. It looks not great. Let's make it 1.2 rem and reload. So guys, there are some background noise in my video because there is a educational institute behind my house, so I would like to request you ignore them. And I was trying my best to reduce the background noise in my video, but sometimes maybe it may be distract you. I do apologize, and so hopefully I'll try my best. Okay, so now I have created this section here, and now let's reload here in the customizer. It looks like this. If I take a look at my design, there is a subscription box here, so I'll create them later on when I use creating form, or when I'll be adding a form plugin in my website. Now let's create the footer menu. So to add the footer menu, you have to navigate to appearance, then click on menus and create a new menu called footer menu. So I have created previously, that's why all of them are visible here. If you do not see inside your server, then you can add a name manually and then add a menu here. So for the footer menu, I'm going to add privacy policy, refund policy, and terms and condition, frequently asked question, and return policy. So I haven't created those page yet as of now. That's why I'm going to use custom text. So why do they added so many here? Well, so add custom link here. Let's add return. Okay, privacy, terms and conditions. Hit enter, and now type here FAQs, frequently asked question. So let's use this form menu as of now and add footer menu. Click save menu and go to customize, open footer builder, and then click here, and here you can see footer menu, add them. That's it. And take a look at the design. It's black, pure black color, and also there is a background color here which is gradient color. Let's change the background color first. So to add background color on a specific row inside footer builder, you have to click on this cog or gear icon. So if I want to change the background color here, it will be changing on below footer. If I change it here, it will be changing on primary footer. Now after clicking on cog icon, it will display the footer menu here. Click on design and click background color. Here you can see the gradient color. Now it's time to change the gradient color. Click here and take a look at the first color here. Let's click the linear color, and here is our first color. Let's copy and paste here, and there is another color, this one. Let's copy and paste here. Well, now it looks like this. So we have changed our footer color. Add some padding top and bottom inside your footer area. To add some padding top here, I'm just unclick here, then add a padding top, let's say 70 pixel, and the padding bottom 70 pixel. You can increase more. Let's add 120 or 10 pixel and add 110 pixel at the bottom. It looks like this. Change the footer menu color. Click on footer menu, go to design and change the link color to black color. And on hover, I'd like to use this dark color. Yes, it looks perfect. So you can add some spacing or margin top. Here 30 pixel, it looks perfect. So now let's add social icon here. To add social icon, click this one and take a look at our design. It looks like this. Close this one first. From here, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram and LinkedIn. So the gradient also, I think it looks not similar. I have to change the position. Let's click on design or background. I can change the position here. I think it looks perfect now. Well, and let's change on social icon color and social icon style, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and let's add LinkedIn. Well, okay, so now click on design, change the icon color and the background color. The icon color is black and the background color is white, border radius, and also it's rounded. Let's see the background color, white color, and the padding, the border radius, okay, spacing, great. Now the border radius should be 50%. It looks much. Okay, so now icon size should be little bit higher. Okay, that looks way much better, and I think I should reduce the spacing a little bit, and the icon should be a little bit lower. That looks great. Now on the hover color, background hover, I can add this color, and the icon color on hover, it should be white color. So you can add also official color, but as of now I'm not going to use the official color. And the menu, if I click here, I can add some margin bottom as well. Let's add 30 pixel. It looks great now. So that's all from my side for footer. We will be adding this subscription box later. So hopefully we are ready to go in the next part, which is the responsive footer. Let's click on publish and view the footer first. it looks like this. So now let's create our footer mobile responsive. Let's make our footer responsive. Now I have already inside my footer builder. You can navigate from here again and then click on tablet view. It's already responsive view here. Now click on here. I would like to reduce the space on top and bottom. It's way much bigger. Let's go to design tab and then reduce the padding from here. Top should be 80 and the bottom should be 80 pixel. It looks perfect. And the menu is displaying stack here. If I click on menu, you can change to inline. If I change inline, it looks like this for tablet, and you can display stack on mobile devices. So there is nothing to change inside tablet here. Let's change it to mobile device, and it's already stacked here automatically, the menu basically, and other fonts and typography looks great. Let's change the spacing at the bottom area here. Go to design, and the padding, the bottom should be 40 pixel, and it looks great. So we have completed the header and footer part of our project. Let's reload the page. That was the most important part and trickiest part, I would say. Now it's time to start designing our home page. So before we start designing or creating our home page, there is a couple of things, like we have to add products and some other information, but we are gonna add products after completing the hero area. So let's start creating the hero area on our next part. Well, let's navigate to our dashboard and install the Spectra. You can install the Spectra by hover over the Astra icon here, click on Spectra, and then click install Spectra. It's free. So we have installed and activated the Spectra successfully in my computer. There are lots of things inside here, like block extensions, settings, and a lot of information that are available here. If you don't know how to use them, if you don't know how to customize them and how everything works, you can always go back to my channel, and I have created one of the most popular in-depth tutorial related to the Spectra on YouTube. This is the only video that you have found everything inside here. So if you are interested, then you can learn more about Spectra from this video. Well, now I will attach all the resource file, all the relevant video in my description, so you can always follow from my description as well. So the first thing that I would like to add, block spacing, which is the default is 0. I'd like to add 20 pixel here. That's it. I'm not going to change anything else here. So now it's time to create our hero area. To do so, I can simply navigate to page, all page, and I can edit this home page by clicking here, or I can click here to edit page. So I'm going to open a new tab, and here is my home page. It looks like this. Now the title, I would like to hide the title by clicking on this eye icon. Let's click update, reload here. It looks like this. There is no title here. Now let's add our hero area. Let's create our hero area. To create our hero area, let's click here, and you can always type slash or press slash from your keyboard and type here container and hit enter. And in my hero area, there is 2 columns. The left column has some text and the right column has some image. Let's take 2 column here. And also there was a background color here. Let's click, you can click container, you can simply click here, you can select the parent container by clicking here, or you can click here to view or open the list view. You can also navigate from here. So I will show you both of them. Let's click container, and then from container add a minimum height. Let's add 560, and then go to style, add a background image first. So as of now the color looks like this, but I would like to add a background image from here. I have already exported the image that are displaying here, the background image. Let's upload. Click here, open my resource file, and here you can see all the relevant information and drop it here. Well, and there are a couple of things like those are not relevant, so let's close. Okay, so I think I have to upload one by one. I have updated a few random things here. So now let's copy the hero area BG. It will not going to update here because it's on SVG format. To activate the SVG format, you can simply navigate to dashboard, and by default Astra do not support SVG format. So to enable SVG format, you can activate Astra starter template. It will come with SVG format, or you can install any kind of SVG support plugin. So as of now I'm going to install the starter template. Let's go to dashboard, and here you can see starter templates. Let's install and activate from here. The starter template by default has SVG enable, and that's why this is one of the product from Brainstorm Force, and I'm not going to use this one, but I just install this one because I will be using SVG in my computer. And also in future I'll be using starter template library for creating other page that I'm gonna show you later on. Now reload this page again. Click update and reload the page. So go back to the container, style, image, and upload the hero area SVG. Now as you can see it's uploading. Type a name here, alternative text, hero BG. So you can add any kind of name here. It's a good practice for SEO. Now if I add the image, there are a couple of other information. You can change it from here, but I'm gonna change the all of them are displaying expected. So scroll, no repeat, it's perfect. Cover, it's perfect. It's good to go. There's nothing to worry about that, and there is no need to change anything here. Let's add a heading. Copy the heading text. Okay, before heading there is another text called best. Let's add it here as well. It should be heading. Okay, not here. Remove this one. Here let's add heading. Click here to take it top. Best. Now let's copy slick, modern and awesome design. Slick, modern and awesome. So there are 3 headings that I have created. There are a couple of things that you have to understand. So let's select here to open the view and select. I would like to combine the slick, modern and awesome. So I just press shift key from my keyboard and click the element here, and then I'm going to make them group and also reduce the block spacing. So I can make it 2. and the color is displaying here, which is not pure black color. I don't know why, but I will change it later on, and change the H2 to H5 and click update. Also reload the home page. It looks like this. Now there is another thing. So the first one is I have to change the font size here. The font size is displaying, it's not correct. And on the back side, on the editor panel, the color is not displaying correctly here. The color is not pure black, but on the front end it's displaying pure black. I don't know why. Maybe it's a little bug, but let's continue. So as of now the font is displaying H2, but our font was H1. Let's convert this H1. Click on update, and now reload the page. So it looks like this, and the spacing here, it should be, all of them should be capital letter, and the spacing should reduce the spacing here, and also the below text and button. Now let's change them to capital letter. Here, click here to change them, and also here. Now if I click on group from the bottom area, let's reduce the spacing by clicking over here. Let's make it 20 rem, and also add a paragraph here. So if I select container from here, or I can select container, this one from left on, and I can add a paragraph here. So let's duplicate this one, and I click on this arrow icon. It takes me to the down and convert this one into paragraph. Change the text. I just copied here, t-shirt collection for men and women. You can change it to heading. So let's change it to heading and make it heading 4. It looks better right now. And add a button here. Let's click here again and type here, search here button. So you can use the default button, or you can use Spectra button here, and it's completely up to you, but as of now I'm going to use the default button here. The button color looks like this. I will change the color from global color. Let's close this one. Change the text here. Shop now. I think it was, yes, shop now button. And click update. Reload the page. Now it looks much better, right? But if I compare the style here and here, it's not similar. It's a bold, but it doesn't comes with a bold style here. Let's make it bold, and let's reduce the space here and top and bottom. I can also reduce from here. Let's add a dimension, margin, and unlink here. Add margin bottom 0. Change the font typography to bold. So it's a little bit extra work if you don't like, if you do not want to use Gutenberg. No worry, you can always use Elementor, or you can always use Strata template as well. So it's time to change the button color. Let's reload again. To change the button color, I'm going to change it from customize and global. So I just open a new tab here, go to global, click on buttons, change the style to this one, and change the background color to black color. text color should be white color. On hover it should be also white color. It looks perfect now. And let's add some padding. Top 15 pixel and the bottom should be 15, left 28, right should be 28 pixel. Compared to the design, just there is have to add the button typography to uppercase from font. Let's make it to uppercase. And also I would add some padding bottom and top later on. Let's click publish and change the padding here from container. We can change padding, or we can add the minimum height to 670. Click update. Now reload the page here. It looks like this. So now it's time to add this image. It will change our whole design. Let's add this, close the customizer and reload the page here so that I can see the update button and other text here as well. Let's add image. Media library, this one. So it looks like this. Let's see if is there any options to add margin here. So the default image doesn't have the options to add margin, minus, and here and there. So in that situation, what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this one, or I can add another feature from container, from flex properties. Let's make it or display at the end here. And it looks like this. Let's see how it looks. So it's displaying at the end, but still there is some padding here. Let's calculate and see from where the padding is coming from. So there is padding or margin which is from image block. Here you can see the yellow border, which is the padding, and also there is some padding from Gutenberg area. Let's remove them from image. When I select here, let's see if it's possible or not. So it's not possible to remove padding from here. So instead, using this image, let's use image from Spectra. Type here image, and here you can see Spectra has its own image format. I can use this one. It has a lot of features that we can use. We can use object feed, we can use other information, so that's useful. From style, let's add margin bottom should be 0, or all I can add 0. And from Spectra container, let's add spacing at the bottom, which is the padding 10 pixel. Let's make it a 0. I do not want to use the padding here. And on image block, there is still margin. Let's make it 0. And also take a look at here, the style should be none. I don't know from where the spacing coming from. Still there is spacing at the bottom. Let's update and let's inspect and see from where the spacing coming from. This little spacing is coming from where? It's coming from the container. Let's select the container, this one, and here is the padding. Let's make it 0. As you can see, it doesn't have any padding as of now. So I would like to use the padding 0 at the bottom area, not the whole area. Let's make it bottom. So as you can see, it's now the image is displaying at the bottom area, exactly the bottom area. Now let's make the image a little bit bigger here. Increase the width. So if I select the container here, let's select here the container, this one, the width should be 50%, so it should be little 40, and this one should be 60. Let's click update. So I'm using basically bigger screen for designing site, but for making this video, because many of you are using smaller screen, so I have decided to use my only laptop screen here, and that's why maybe you are wondering it's breaking and something like that, but don't worry about that. If I zoom out, it will looks like this for bigger screen, but if I zoom out, you cannot view the screen here properly, you cannot view the value here, you cannot see what I'm doing here, but I think 80% is perfect, and I hope you can view this perfectly here. Let's make it here, let's make margin bottom here. When I select container, go to style, and here you can see spacing, and I would like to add some margin bottom here. Let's add, okay, sorry, it's not margin, let's add a padding bottom 190 or 110 pixel. Click update and reload the page. So now as we can see, it looks perfect, and we are done with the hero area. It takes a little bit time, but I was trying my best to explain you how you can adjust them. Later on we can make them responsive, we can change them, but hopefully you understand how it works. My goal was to show you everything here step by step. So before uploading the product, if I just share with you the design, here you can see the product variants, which is color, size, and other variants you can add here. And it's a good practice to add the variants before uploading the product, and also add the categories. So before creating any shop, if you have all the list of categories, list of product variants, you should add them first. To do so, I'm going to go to all products. There is no product here. Let's create categories first. The first one is uncategorized. Let's create man. There will be one category, and the thumbnail that I'm going to upload here, let's upload the category thumbnail from here. Here is the category thumbnail. There will be 3 categories in this project. Let's upload here, and this one is man category, and add here. So I have zoomed in my screen for long or bigger space. So if I just zoom 90%, it looks perfect here. And I have added the main category. Let's add women. And the second one is, sorry, there is another one. Let's navigate here. Women and men and women discount. So there will be men and women discount. So women, and here should be this one. Click add new, and there's another one, discount. Click here, this one. So I'm not going to add the alternative text every single time, and I'm not going to show you every single time the alternative text here for the image, but it's a good practice. You have to add them. Now let's click attributes to add some attributes here. Let's say color, and if you want to enable archive, so you can enable it from here, but I'm not going to use archive as of now. Click attributes, color, and then size. So I'm going to use color and size for this project. If you want to add any kind of value here, like the type or any kind of things you can add them, but for the color, black, orange and white color. Let's change the color attributes and terms. Basically it's called terms. Add the terms: white, black and orange. So these are 3 color variant that I have added. Let's go back to our size, add XL, L, and let's take a look at our design, M and S. M and S. So that's the size variant, and if I click attributes again, you can see the terms are visible here. So we have added our attributes and category. Let's add a simple product here. Go to all products. There is no product. You can click here, create product, or you can click add product here. Let's type here product 1. Add some short descriptions. For the dummy text, I'll be using lipsum.com. Click generate. Let's copy the text from here, paste it here, select product image. Let's upload product image here. So this one is product 1. Let's select product 1 and also add gallery image. So I'll be using these images as a gallery image. All of them I'll be using similar as of now. And the regular price, it's displaying a currency which is not USD, it's displaying the currency Bangladesh Taka. So let's add a price 30 and I'll be changing the currency. It's a simple product. I'm not going to add nothing here. And you can add a discount or sale price 25 Taka. So that's it. Click publish. Now if I visit our shop page here, it will display one product here. It looks like this. We will be customizing them later on, but it looks like this. It looks great already, right? But there are a couple of things we'll be adding later on. So here you can see the customize category. I didn't add the category yet. Let's add the category to women, men, and women discount. Click update. So we have added one product here. Let's add another product. So I'm going to add a new tab here. Let's add product 2. Short descriptions I have copied already. Add a price, let's say 340, sell price 200. I don't know why it's not clicking. Well, and it should be a variable product. So this is the variable product. Let's add the price. I should have changed it. It's SKU, and you can add it or you can leave it, and you can use manage quantity. I have in-depth tutorial. Make sure you have completed them. So let's click on attributes. Let's click color. I have already selected the color, orange, black, white color. Used for variants, make sure you have checked here. Save attributes. Again, select size. I would like to add size here. Let's change or add the size, available size. You can add size here from attributes, or you can add a new size from here as well. Save. Use for variants. Well, now click save attributes. It's save, and click variations. Click here, create variations from all attributes. Then click go. click OK, and 12 variations added here. So there is a black color, L, black M, black S, black XL. Here you can see the 12 variations do not have prices. Variations and their attributes that do not have prices will not be shown in your store. So if I click add price, so add price to all variations that don't have price. Let's say 30, add price. So if I click over here, as you can see, it adds price 30. If I click all of them, it adds the price 30, but you can change them. So for an example, if I select the black, which is L, and I can change the image for black. Let's change it to this one. And I can change the sale price as well. Let's change it 20. And here is black again. You can change the image for M. Let's change it. So I'm going to show you only this product here. So I'm not going to show you every single product with attributes, but I'll be adding few products here. So this is the image for black. Let's add image, few of them are for image for orange. Let's add this one. So there is another one which is white color. I'll be adding them. Click here, white color, and white here as well. Then this one. It takes a lot of time, right? So I'm not, I could change the duration or cut this from the video, but I think you should watch them. And let's add product image here. So the product 2, this one. And add a gallery. Add some image here for product gallery. Use men, women and women discount, men and women discount, and here there is nothing to worry about, and change here. Okay, click publish and view the product here. It looks like this. So when I change black, the color, and when I change the size L, it's displaying the black color that we have selected from our editor. If I change M, it's still displaying the black one. But if I change orange, it will display the orange image. If I change it to white color, it's displaying the white image. And it's out of stock because I didn't add or manage the stock quantity there. Let's add L. It's out of stock. So you have to manage the stock here. So the stock quantity is 0 here. If I uncheck and update, it will be displaying here. So please, again, I have said a couple of times, if you do not understand how things work here, how it works, so you can manage the stock individually from here as well. So if they are not visible, you can simply always navigate here. Let's black and L, let's make it manage stock, and the stock quantity, let's make it 10. And here you can see black L, it has 10 stock, right? It's working. So what I was saying that if you do not understand, there are lots of things are here. And if I want to explain you everything in this video, it will take a lot of time. So except I'd like to suggest you watch this video completely from beginning. It has everything I have shared here. So let's close the ad, and you can learn every single options from here. I highly recommend you to complete this one if you if you want to make yourself as a WooCommerce expert. Now we have added our variable products, and the style will be changing later on step by step, and add some other products very quickly. So we have added our 5 products here. We'll be adding more products later on based on our preference. So as of now, the shop page looks like this. So we just completed. If I click all products here, we have added these 5 products. So I'll be discussing more about the products. I'll be adding more different variants product later on based on the time when we'll be designing the website. So as of now, that's enough for designing our homepage. Now let's navigate here. Okay, I'm sorry. So now let's design our next section, which is popular t-shirt. So now let's design our popular t-shirt section. Copy the text from here. Go to our editor. The editor looks like this. So we have already opened my home page, and press slash, then type here container, and I'm going to select the first one. Then click here again and add a group here. Inside the group, add heading, paste the text that I have copied, make it H5, and copy another text, popular t-shirt, and also duplicate this one, paste, change it to H2, make it center. It looks like this. So now here, if I click on this list view, as you can see, there is container. So in this is a container. Here is group, and inside the group or below the group, inside the container, I'll be taking the paragraph here. So somehow it doesn't work. Well, so it's working here. Let's place it below. Yes. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply, it's not working expected, so I'm going to simply add shortcode here to display the product. So let's click list view again. So as you can see, the shortcode is displaying inside the container here. So sometimes you have to try here and there, and sometimes you have to understand how it works. And why I am using shortcode? If you just take a look at here, our design, here's the product, right? So by default, a Spectra free version doesn't have WooCommerce block widget, and that's why we will be using the shortcode. And if you don't know what is shortcode, you can follow my basic tutorial. However, let's navigate the here. I have added a link. This is my basic tutorial that I have said a couple of times, and here is the shortcode link. Now I'm gonna display product based on specific category. So let's product limit, let's copy. This is a random sale product and featured products. So I need featured products because I'd like to display the featured products. Go to my page editor and paste here. So basically there is another widget here, and if I click here, if I type here shop, or if I type here product, so as you can see the product's beta, it's still in beta mode from WordPress itself and WooCommerce, but it's not going to synchronize the style from Astra Customizer, and that's why we'll be using the shortcode, because if we are using shortcode, it will display the same style that I have added inside my customizer. So now if I just click here, remove the, okay, keep the paragraph, no worry, and just click update and go to my home page here, the product is not displaying because I have selected here product limit 4. That means the 4 product will be displaying and the column should be 2. So instead 2, here you can see it's 4 column. Let's add 4 column and the visibility featured. So that means it will only visible or display the featured image. If I remove this one and save and reload the page, it will display the product here, but those are not popular or selected t-shirt. So I would like to display the selected t-shirt that I have selected as a featured product. So how can we make it featured products? First of all, let's add the featured here and the column here 4. Click update and go to all products. So this is my all products. You can navigate from here, and then here you can see star mark. If I hover over, you can see the featured. That means if I click, let's say click this here, it's featured. If I go to shop page and reload, they will be displaying only one product. So now if I go to here again and I would like to display 4 product there, so let's select these 4 products. That's it. And this is how the featured image or featured product work, not image. Well, let's add some spacing at the top. So select the container, add padding top 90 pixel, and the bottom should be 80 or 90. Basically the bottom we do not have to paste the exact thing, because sometimes with our relevant block it has some default padding at the bottom. So as you can see I have added 80, but it's still a lot bigger, right? And related to the design, so here you can see there is no button here, but still it's displaying button add to cart. It's displaying the other information here, and it's displaying some random information, but it's not here. If you just take a look at here, it's category, title and price. It's category, title and button, and those are displaying. So we can change them from customize. So that's the beauty, because if we are using shortcode and if we change anything inside our customize, it will be applicable everywhere where we are using shortcode. Let's navigate to WooCommerce. So I'll explain the WooCommerce tab in depth later after creating the home page, because that's not necessary as of now, because we are gonna just remove or disable the button here. Let's navigate the design options. Let's button, and we have the add to cart here. We can use this one, and also disable the ratings here. So I will explain them later on. There are lots of features. Let's click publish and reload our home page. Now as you can see, it looks similar. Let's design our call to action section here. So here is our call to action. Okay, now there is a 2 column. Let's design it very quickly. take a new container here with 2 columns. Well, and add a background color. Before adding background color, add a minimum height, let's say 400, and add a background color from here, and it's a gradient color. Let's change the gradient color value here. So copy, I think we can take the color. Okay, so I have a color picker here that I can use. Let's clear all. And select here. So I have selected 2 color. Let's copy this one. Go to my editor. You can use color picker, any color picker Chrome add-on. You can simply type search here, color picker for Chrome. You can use any of them. I'm not going to show you the color picker option as of now. It's not necessary. Let's view our design. So this one should be bluish, and this one should be this color, and the other one is bluish color. Okay, copy the color, paste here. It looks like this. So we are almost done with the section. Let's add this image. Go to editor, add image. So from here it should be product thumbnail, hero area. Maybe I haven't exported that image. I don't know. It's not available here. Let's export this one. Am I missing that image? Well, let's export this one. Select PNG and select 2x, which is a little bit bigger. Now import it here, and here you can see the image is a lot of link here, so it doesn't matter. You can rename the image and upload them here. Now go to style and remove the margin. So also I have to remove here the padding and spacing should be 0, and also the container, like the hero area that we have added, and the bottom should be 0. I hope you understand what I did here. Well, now it's time to add text called cell, which is 128 pixel, and the font family is Licorice. I don't know how it's spelling here. So now I have added text cell, and let's select the typography. Right now, as you can see, it's a default heading. So when I'm using default heading, it doesn't have the features to change the typography. And in that situation, you can simply convert this heading to Spectra heading here. And now if I click on style, you can see the typography. Change the font family. Okay. Isn't it available? Lico. Maybe it's not available. CO. So it's not available. So what I can do, I can simply export this one, but let's copy other text here. Then I'll be adding them later on and convert this one to normal heading. It's not necessary to use that heading as of now. And for female, deal every day, copy, hit enter. So I think another heading here. female everyday, it should be age 2. And button women shop. Okay, let's update. So before updating, let's take a look at here. We have added this one, and also I have to add image here. So let's add image. For cell, click here, add image, take to the top and go to Figma design and select the cell here, this one, and click export as PNG and make sure you have selected 2x. Now we have exported the cell image. Click upload cell. That's it. And you can reduce the size. It looks like this. So I'm not sure if you have noticed this one, that it has some spacing, all the elements here, right? Because here we can change the flex properties, the justify content. It's now displaying center, and we can change the view only here. Let's change it to style. The row gap should be 0. And also the heading, and also this one, I would like to make it group. And I would like to convert this image to, okay, so that's okay. So let's add some margin below this cell image, margin bottom 10 pixel, and also add some spacing at the group bottom area. So I can unlink block, not block spacing, so it should be padding bottom. Okay, click update, go to home page, and now we are almost done, but we have to change the cell to the left side. Click here. I don't know why it's displaying on the right side. Change the alignment to left. Reload, and boom, we are done. We have completed our section here, but it's not full width. As you can see, it's displaying full width. We can keep this one as full width. It looks great, but if we want, we can make it box mode, except using the full width. From container, select container, go to general, and let's see, there should be width. So we can change the width to box mode to full width, and here you can see we have changed the container width to box. Let's select how it looks. So we can use this format, or we can use the full width mode, but I really like the full width feature. So in the box we can change the width, height, everything. Let's make it full width. It looks great. I hope you all agree with me. So we have completed our call to action sections, and for the women I can add a link as well, but I'll do it later on. Now let's create this section. So let's create this section on this part. I'm not going to create another part here. It's easy because all we have to simply select this container, copy, block, and scroll down, then paste here. That's it. Change the text to summer collection, and on sale t-shirt. Well, so that's the changes that I have made. But here you can see in shortcode, let's command F to search sale and see there is if on sale product. Here you can see there is an options sale products that will displaying only inside your shortcode, and here you can see on sale to retrieve on sale product, not to be used in conjunction. So we can select on sale and type and copy. First of all, you can learn from here. You can just paste on sale and see. We can add on sale, we can add best selling product, we can add top rated product, we can filter them. So that's great, right? And how we can use them, here you can see also the options. So we can select on sale equal, then quotation, then true. So let's change it here. Sell on sale quotation and add here true. So it will be displaying only on sale product. So let's reload. As you can see, those are on sale, right? It's displaying here, but I'm sorry. So but here if I go to shop page, there are 4 products. So if I go to any other products here, let's say this one, and okay, inventory. So if I select out of stock, and go to home page, you can see this one is out of stock but on sale. So that means here you can see the sale price. If I remove this one, so if it's still out of stock, then it will displaying here, but if I remove the on sale price, then it will not going to display here. So that's the thing that I'd like to share with you here as well. So I hope you understand how it works. Let's take a look at other sections. Let's close unnecessary tabs from here that are not relevant. So I just keep only a relevant tab here. I think all of them are on capital letter. So let's change the title to capital letter here. Popular t-shirt. The letter case should be capital letter. Well, click on update and reload. We are done. So if I click here, it will add to cart in my cart here. As you can see, it's amazing, right? If I click here, I can view this one as well. So let's view our design, and there is a section called spring summer women sale. So there is some kind of category and other information here. Let's copy and let's create this section. Take a container here. You can just drag and drop. Well, inside the container, I'd like to take another container. And here, let's click here. Here is the container. Inside container, there is another container. And now I'm gonna add another container here. Or I can, let's add another container. No worry. Let's delete. Okay, delete this one. I think I should duplicate. Let's add background color so that you can understand where I am navigating here. It will be helpful for you. Let's add a background color here and add a white background color here so that you can understand. Well, so this is primary container, this is secondary container. Now I'm going to duplicate the secondary container. It's now displaying below the container, but as of now I would like to display 2 columns. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the container view inside the container, and here I'm going to duplicate this one. It's, I think, don't get confused because you will enjoy this process here. So if I want to add a background color here, the whole container, here you can see the gray background color. Let's add some spacing. 90, not everywhere, top and bottom and left 10, right 10. That's okay. And now here you can see the container. This container have a background color, white color, and I would like to display this container 2 column. Simply select the container, go to General, click Flex Properties, and change the flex direction row. As you can see, it's displaying 2 column. So we have this section here, and there is another section. Simply we can duplicate this container, and here you can see another container. So I hope you understand why I have created this one and why I have changed the view like this way. So now I'm going to delete, not reusable, I'm going to delete this one. And add a heading. Collection, and first women, and then hit enter. Add a heading. I don't know, it's not working. Why it doesn't work? Copy and paste. Okay, somehow it doesn't work. So let's write here spring summer collection. Let's add a paragraph again. Spring collection here. So I'm not sure if I take a look at the code. So maybe this is a shortcode container. Women, and here's the heading, here is the button. Let's type here paragraph and spring summer. Well, it's okay, can use visual. Well, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply take paragraph. I'm not sure, it's not copied from here, somehow it's not working, so I have to copy from here. Sometimes the Figma doesn't allow you to copy the text, and I was looking if I have copied any wrong text there. So it's working like this way, right? Let's navigate here again. There is a button. Let's add a button, and the text should be women shop. Women shop and women spring summer collection. Well, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to merge or group them all together here. because here you can see they have some spacing below. Each item have some spacing, so I'm going to make them group. Now as you can see, the spacing is gone and it looks much nicer. You can add block spacing 0 here. Let's add 1 and take image. So click here and see, here is the image. Go to container and add that image as a background image. Why? I'll show you later on. So go to collection, I think this one and this one. Select this image, and it's not displaying full width because we are using background image, and in that situation you have to add spacer and increase the spacer to adjust the image height. Well, now select the area here, go to style and then spacing, and remove the padding to 0. And also let's remove the background color and use this color here. Let's use my color picker, copy this color, here is this one, and select the container, go to background, paste the color. Well, and also change the white color here to none. Still there is color here. Well, so as you can see, it looks clean and better. Now okay, I'm going to duplicate this one and then move this layout, so I can easily switch the layout from container. Select container, go to general, click flex properties and change the direction. That's it. And also here you can see the image is connecting with each other. As you can see, it's connected with each other. So first of all, let's change the image from this container, add this one, and then reduce each container spacing, margin 0, so there is no margin here, and also this container spacing is 0. Now what I'm going to do, margin bottom, I just unlink the margin value here, add margin bottom 10 pixel and select this container, go to spacing and margin and top margin bottom 6 pixel. Still it's not connecting with each other, so let's remove the margin and also increase the width. I think first I should increase the height and width here. Then we can adjust the margin, the row gap and the column gap should be, it's 20, but okay, let's click update and let's inspect here. So we need to connect this one. Let's inspect and see which one create space between them. Who is the culprit? Well, I have found it. That's much easier. Select the container here, which is the parent container, and here you can see the row gap should be 0. That's it, and it reduced the space. Now we have to increase the image size a little bit, increase the container here. Let's custom width 100% here. I think, okay, so we should change the view here, the flex properties. Well, now change the width here. The minimum height, I don't know why it's not working. Let's inspect again. So it's a great options, and see which one causing the spacing between them. Well, there is some gap between the column. Let's remove the gap. Here we have selected the container, and then go to style, spacing. I think it's possible. I found it. Yes. Change the same from here. Go to general, container. Sorry, I think it's in style, spacing, and column gap should be 0. Yes. So sometimes there are lots of things that you have to play around with, but hopefully you can do it easily. Now let's select the container, add some margin on the right side. So instead margin, I'm going to add padding on the right. Let's add 50 pixel. Okay, 40 is enough, and I think I have to add some padding here as well, left. So when I add padding here, you can see the issue again. When I add the padding, it increases the gap between them. Okay, so in that situation, what we can do, we can remove the padding, and there is another way. Always there should be multiple ways. So you have to just think about it. Okay, now I'm going to change here in group, and inside the group there is also option for padding. Let's click here and here. On padding right, add some padding here. I hope you understand what I did here. That's great, right? And the same thing, you have to change it from here. Select group, scroll down, and the padding, unlink here, left. Well, and also add some padding in button area. So add padding here. Okay, I think there is no options for padding. I think there is options for margin, let's say. Yes, we can use margin top, left, right. There is no margin for left, right. What we can do, we can convert this one into, let's say, if we can convert, or if we can display this here. Well, we can add that button inside the group area, and we are done. Click on update, reload the page here. So now we have added our style based on our Figma design. So let's take a look at here if is there anything else that we should consider to change. We can add spacing here a little bit. between the button and the text here. So let's add some margin here. We know we can add margin inside the button area. Let's select button. Here select margin, and then select unlink here, top 4, reload. We are done here. So we have completed this section as well. Now it's time to create another section. I think it takes a lot of time here to create this section. Now let's move into this part. Let's create testimonial section in another part. So now let's create our testimonial section. Now in this video, okay, I've already said that. Let's get started. First of all, I'm going to create and take a section container. Inside the container, there will be heading and some text. So I'm gonna add another container. Then I'd like to add a heading, testimonials, and some text here. And let's click here to make it group. So I'm going a little bit faster here because I already said everything from the beginning. So I think you understand how it works. Let's add a background color here. And I'm going to add a background image because if you take a look at the design, it has a wave shape background. So to creating that shape, you can use this image, hero area, or I have added another image, normal section, BZ. You can use this one as well. So we have added this section and it looks like this. Let's click update and reload. Here is the testimonial section. Now we are going to add some space on this section or container basically. So go to spacing, add padding 90 pixel, and the padding bottom should be 90 pixel. Now go back to our design. Here you can see 3 columns. So let's take 3 column here first. Open here container, and I'm going to duplicate this container, or I can take container here and place here again. So make sure that it's an individual container, not inside the container. So what I mean, I have to mean that you have to display the container here, not above. So I'm going to drag it to the bottom. I hope you understand. I have added new container below this container, and now inside the container I'm gonna add another container. For better understanding, so that you can understand, I'm going to add a background color here, and I'm gonna duplicate this container 3 times. Then here I'm going to change the flex direction row, and inside this area I'm going to add this testimonial section or testimonial style. So first of all, here I'm gonna take another container. So inside this container, take another container. Okay, so I think I have to update this one. What's going on? Let's update and let's reload. Now take another container and then we can take container, or we can take icon box here directly. So let's try icon box or info box and take a look at our design. It's image, text, and its designation. Let's change the view here. So I think it's not possible to change the image direction. Okay, so maybe it's not possible here. I do not want to spend so much time. So if you are not able to understand which one you should use, so in that situation you can use simply, let's remove the background first. You can simply use container, and that's what I'm going to do here. Let's take container. I have already taken another container. Inside the container I'd like to take another container and duplicate this one. And now this two container, I'd like to change the direction here and add image. This one, and change the image mask to round shape or circle and add heading here and add a designation here, CEO and founder of Ali. Well, let's make it group and change this heading 2 to heading 5. So we are almost done here. Let's custom width percentage. Instead percentage I can use pixel. So let's add here and select container here. I have added pixel here. I'm not sure if it's gonna work or not. So now what I'm going to do, I'm gonna make it vertical align center. Let's make it percentage and I will think about it later on. Now let's make it vertical align center first. Flex properties, and it's already center. Close this one. It looks like this. If I select 4, it looks better now. So I can change the image. I think there should be another way. So if I just take a look at here, let's change image size. So this is little bit complex, so you can skip this part if you're not able to do such thing. But if you want, then you can continue watching this video so that you can understand how it works. So now I have this container here, and this one is the whole container. This one is for image and his designation and title or name. So inside this container there is another container. What I'm going to use, I'm going to add pixel, and then 100 pixel I have added, and here I'm going to add a pixel, and let's make it see, it's not working with pixel. So it looks like this. There should have some other way, but now we can simply take a look at here which one taking space. Now we can reduce the space between the item. After that, we can reduce the space here and there. Let's reduce the space now between. So here is the container. Let's select style and spacing, column gap is 0, and also select the container, reduce padding to make it 0. This one padding 0, and as you can see, it's working. Group, select the group block spacing 0, and also make the vertical align center. I think it's already center. So as you can see, we have created this section. We can add a little bit spacing here if we want, but as of now it's okay to have this. It's almost similar. Well, now if I close this one, it will be also displaying perfectly here. Now let's add some more information here. So these are other container, this one and this one. So I will duplicate them later on. But right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add star. So here you can see I have added a star, and let's make it. We can type here, we can add something, but if we do not want, then we can just skip that part. Let's copy the text. I'm not sure if it's gonna copy or not. Add a paragraph. So before adding paragraph, let's clear the title here. So I want to display only a star mark. So star position before, and you can increase the rating here, and I'm going to disable the title. Go to style, increase the size. Let's take a look at our design. It's perfect, 30 pixel. And now click on update, reload our page. It looks like this. Click here again, and we can place them inside our container. So let's add a paragraph here. Paragraph, drag and drop it here, paste here. So I have copied the text, but it doesn't work. Copy here from here again, and also select here and make them group, so that you can reduce the spacing. So when you add group, only these spacing features will be available on your end. You can also add padding as well. So I hope you understand how it works. Let's reload and view our shop page. It looks like this. And we can simply add some padding, and let's compare with our design here. Sorry, there is some padding and it looks much cleaner, and there is some space. I have to reduce the space here. Let's add padding. So add padding right and left. Well, and also if I select this container, go to style, spacing, and the padding bottom should be 0, and here also we can reduce the padding. I think here it's already 0, and still there is some padding. Maybe here it's still 0. So maybe add some margin bottom and see how it works. Let's click update, and we are done. It's working and it's similar, it's displaying similarly. Let's add some padding here at the bottom. So we have completed our testimonial section. You can create any kind of section like testimonial or any kind of section using the container. That's the power of using container. Let's delete them because these are not necessary as of now. And duplicate this container. Click on update. You can change the content, but I'm not going to change the content as of now. I'd like to keep it simple. And that's all. So we have completed our section, but somehow the background image is not coming with the wave shape here. So let's change the background image. To use this one. I hope it will look much cleaner. Yes, it looks great. And the color, which is black, and all of the font are capital letter here. Click update and reload. We are almost complete our section. So the last section, that is our category items. So let's display them. So now it's time to display the category section. There are 3 categories that we have created and 3 of them has some product. How can we display them? Let's navigate our shortcode and press Ctrl F, which is enable this search box here inside your browser, and type here category and click here product category, and see will display products in a specified product category. These are 2 shortcodes will display your product categories on any page. Let's try which one works great. So I want to display this one. So in that situation, we can simply product categories number 0 parent 0. So we can simply copy this shortcode and see inside our design there is no title, nothing. Let's click here and type here container, then type here shortcode, paste here, and you can remove other items from here. So we can specify the column and other features later. Let's add some spacing at the top, 90. Sorry, it should be first 10 padding is perfect, then add 90 top and 90 bottom. Click on update and reload the page here. As you can see, the categories are displaying perfectly. Great. So now let's try if we can add a column here. Yes, there is an options for columns. Let's copy and type here columns equal 3 column. Update and reload the page. Boom, we are done. So we have successfully completed our home page. There is one little part which is our footer area, and let's adjust the spacing here. So select container, and the bottom space should be 50. If I add 50, so basically the bottom area have some space always. Before reload, let me show you why it's displaying a bigger space here. So as you can see, the product category has some own space which is almost 40 pixel. So now let's reload. Still we need some lower value here. Let's add 30. Now it looks similar, almost similar, and we can add some more. Let's add 20. Okay, still I'm not happy with the result. Let's 110 at the top, and the bottom spacing is perfect, but it needs some more space on the top. So when you are creating your website, make sure that you have added spacing properly. And here you can see we have completed our section, and if I click on this category, it takes me to the main categories. So when I click on women and discount, it takes me to this page. There are lots of things that you are gonna learn, and I'll be doing a lot of things in this series tutorial. So I highly recommend you and request you to continue every single steps from here. And now let's add menu here, category menu. To do so, navigate to our dashboard. So homepage is done. I'm going to click on here. Go to appearance, menus. So click on WooCommerce category here. It's not available. Let's click here, screen options. And here you can see product categories. And as you can see, the product categories are available now. Select men, women. Okay, so this is the footer menu. I'm not going to add them in the footer. I have to change the menu from here to primary menu. And then product categories, men and women. Select, change the category here, and now it's displaying perfectly. Click on update. And also I have to add a mobile menu here. Let's add the same product category, men, women. Select here. Okay, it's done. Save change. Reload the home page. So we have our menus and we have our home page. And in next part, I'll be adding the subscription box here. Now it's time to add our subscribe box here. So first of all, let's navigate to widget, and the main sidebar is not necessary. Close this one. Go to footer section, footer builder 1, and here is the subscribe box. Now if I click over here, click here to search or type form. So this form is created using Spectra, and you can select the newsletter from here. It displays the name, email, and submit button. But if you want to display the exact form that is displaying here, it will not gonna work on this free version. I hope Spectra Pro version have these features to change the alignment. But as of now, it has only these features. So now I'm not going to use the name here, only email. I have a complete tutorial related to the Spectra form that you can follow. Let's select form. Okay, I'm going to hide this label and the submit button. Let's click on here. The submit button, which is I'd like to display at the middle. All left would be perfect. So there are a couple of other settings that you can play around with. I'm not gonna change them. and I'm just looking if they have added submit button size to full, and that's it. Click on update, reload the page. So that's look like this. Let's make it perfect. So now I'm gonna convert this form inside a group. Okay, not inside a group, and the width should be 500 pixel. That's it. And also here the button style, I would like to increase the padding. Let's add padding top 20 and the bottom should be 20. Click on update and reload the page. Now as you can see, it looks much cleaner. So I think 20 is way much bigger. Let's reduce a little bit, 80. Not 80, it's 18. And reload the page now. Great. So let's take a look at here why there is some space here between the item. So if you don't know something like that, if you don't know why the spacing is here or something like that, then always it's a good practice to check, inspect element and check why this is adding some space, why it's not working. So as you can see, it's added some space with margin bottom 3 em, and also it has some margin bottom. Let's remove them, and let's remove it from here. Select group, and the padding and also the margin, those should be, the padding is okay to use padding, but the margin should be 0, and see how it looks. Still it doesn't work as expected, so I have to play around with a little bit. Let's add content width. Okay, so instead width, let's padding also 0, block spacing, it's okay to use, and see which one. It's reduced the space, but still it's not going to reduce the space here. In that situation, what we can do? Well, we can simply convert this one into a Spectra container, because when I convert such a thing inside container, we can add or we can customize those information. So I just made a mistake here a little bit. So now what I'm going to do, I'm gonna change this padding here. Again, I have to convert this one into group, and still it's inside the container, and then I'm gonna add some spacing, margin minus bottom 20 or 30 or 40. Let's see, 50 minus. It looks perfect now. So this is how we have to look here and there to make things perfect and compatible. So that's all from my side to complete the home page. Later on we'll be adding more features, we'll work on more features and more functionalities we'll explore together.